Um, person says, "Hi, Pastor Mike. I've been on a few dates with a great girl, but I've realized she's in a church that overemphasizes prophecy and tongues. I sure hope my mute button's working, you guys. It's otherwise I'm recording all these loud coughs for you. I hope it's working. So the church overemphasizes prophecy and tongues, basically NAR. That stands for New Apostolic Reformation, and that's a particular branch of a group that overemphasizes gifts. I should overemphasize. It actually teaches some weird things about apostles as well. Any advice on how to approach this? I would suggest a few things since you're asking my advice. Okay, take this with a grain of salt because you're asking dating advice here. Okay, this is not like, what's the doctrine of this? What's the scripture on this? This is sometimes a very wiggly world of looking for wisdom and looking for graciousness and seeking to be selfless, but also seeking to be wise about decisions you make about who you might date and marry. So I would say that from your brief description, it seems like this is an issue that's worth discussing with her. I think that talking to her about it is a good idea, openly and honestly, and not hiding these differences until later on. Because always when you're dating, I think it's wise for people to think about their kids, right? If you think, oh, we don't have to deal with this issue, we can agree to disagree. What you have to ask yourself is, are we only going to agree to disagree until we have kids? And all of a sudden we can't agree to disagree anymore. We're actually pretty upset because at some point, if you guys get married, you have kids, you're deciding which church they'll go to. Your child is in a youth ministry at this church, and the person's encouraging them in tongues in an unbiblical way, perhaps, prophecy in an unbiblical way, to follow and submit to some apostle that you're like, that dude's not some apostle. Who is that guy? And so all of a sudden it's like a really heated thing. Well, you should deal with it now and not just delay and wait. This is like an issue that you're going to have to confront, I think. But so I'd say, yeah, in my opinion, take it with a grain of salt. All right, it looks like the stream has improved. Stream is healthy all of a sudden. Okay. I don't really know where you guys lost me there, but what I'm suggesting, the second piece of advice I'd give for you, person, is to say, don't approach the issue like you have to correct and fix her. Now, maybe there's some correction that has to be brought at some point, but approach the issue first like you just want to unpack and understand each other. Just seek understanding. Don't offer judgments yet. Don't offer, just seek understanding and create a situation where you guys can talk openly about these things. And even if you ended up somehow agreeing to disagree, you need to be able to talk about it. Agreeing to disagree is not like we can't talk about that issue ever. That's not the same thing. So, boy, I hope that advice helps a little bit for you. This is a challenging thing, man. A great girl, yeah. Be honest with her, though. But make sure that you understand her before you try to get her to understand you. And I think that will build a bridge.